Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, let's just briefly chart a few areas that we did scan here on the files. If you look on those files, basically to start with those files, we're gonna be talking about the importance of this file here. The file you are seeing there, CFAD bank, okay, and then that is briefly, I think, CFAD bank. And if you look there on the back there, that can tell you from here, from this one here, we are now that one there. The logos you are seeing there on the computer systems. And if the computer system is very far away, of course, we can tell you is right there. That is the one. If the computer system is far away, and then we have it nearby on the phone, is CFAD, okay, CFAD, and they are nearby here. So that's CFAD, the files. If the one on the computer system is very far away, okay, so that is CFA. Is from this one here to the one I saw you on the phone, okay, to this one here, the one I saw you on the phone, or the one I display right there on the computer screen. Okay, that's CFAD bank. This is this origin because we started this logo like this. It's called CFAD, but we think because when we start right away as ZizitonFinanceBank, and then we're gonna be having trouble, we may get bent down because we need first to see if we are really graphic professionals or we have this graphic experience, you know. So we take our times to do all the jobs, and then by doing so, this is the times we take to develop that shadows which we develop like this and that calm cycle. Okay, and that's where the origin of the cycle which form that Z configurations as is become the activeness. But to our queries or review to the Turkana districts for the CFAO, okay, Omodi dealers of Toyota in Lodwa's districts. Yeah, of course, myself, I'm Wani James, and Wayne Hassan Ziziton. If is the company name is Wayne Hassan Ziziton, and physically they call me Wani in the communities, Wani around the refugees, Kakuma refugees or Kakuma communities. The youth there, they knows me Wani by names, and then of course I just come there as an aspirant 2004 to this area here, and then since I was there also farmers a little bit teaching in the school, volunteering in the schools to build my career and then to expand, so that when I come here to this country I will be able to stand firm and then expand my companies that I am just building here as this, okay, so that I will build a strong faith, and then I will be able to keep working other than keep running away. So by doing so, of course, you know, I put much effort, okay, to build this company. And you know, the company shadows were like this, from like this to that much there. It takes us a lot of times, and if you look at that cycle now, that's the cycle, the white one there on the white Z. There are two shadows there, which is these cycles here. That's how it started, that cycles, and then you know how to develop them. Is really a lot of jobs. It requires a lot of jobs and a lot of duties there. You know, it is like a self-defense and self-training. So we put a lot of effort at work, and we're still expanding it so that they look standing, and so that we won't be able to be screwed or pushed like this and like this by offenders, because we know the main purpose and the main issues we come with this company, okay, this is to block or to prevent poverty, and then to block and prevent different suicide missions, and then to prevent and block any other bad strategies some rebels they are putting nearby us, because the areas I talk about, these Turkana regions, is very close to the rebel regions, rebel area. We are normally the refugees. We've been terrorized by the rebel. We got chased away by the rebel several times, and for which we have our tactics and layout so that we will be able to benefit alongside with these rebels areas, because those guys they go with the weapons and then they go with the most dangerous things, and then we're having trouble sleeping. Sleeping is not properly there in the village. Uh, no water is properly there. No hydro, no nothing. The village is poor, and we are working hard as young people to ensure, we build a better house, we build indoor water systems, which have a better plumbing, And if you look here, we try to write, okay, so brushing, maintaining our teeth, maintaining our health, or sour systems, the plumbing systems for the indoors. There we instead of running very far away from where you sleep, you have to go very far away from your master bedroom. You have to walk out, and then that defecate, and then showers, and then do every activities outdoor there, and then later you come in back to your area. And then we thought very wise we could develop with such kind of logos, and then the grabbing off of Sudan also came up there. We talk very much. The grabbing up of Sudan was like this. This is the area we were talking about here. The grabbing was like this. This guy here, the small guy here in the middle down here, to wherever we stay. Turkana is right here. This is Kenya, is right here, and this is Ethiopia, let's say. This is Kenya, this is Uganda. And we are right here, between this line here, We are not very far away, or between this line here, and then our families, the origins of the Wane is not beyond, right there from this line here, central area here, DRC here, Uganda here, and then if you go Uganda, Kenya here, and then we are Somalia there, and then we are Ethiopia back to Sudan here. You see this area here we are talking about, Turkana regions. This is where we come from, our origins. So that is why if you look there, the grabbing was right there. The guy grabbed away this land, and then the guy was a rebel many years. And if we leave the whole thing there to them, that's why we come with the solutions with this kind of companies called Wane or wine warehouse, and then we have Ziz, we have Hassan there. Our bottleneck is this one here, to configure if we will bring back this entire Sudan back here as 7, and then we'll function back to our region here, where we are working here as CFAO, okay, here with these people here, if we will be able to work back there. So this is our emphasis, and then that is our concentrations there, ladies and gentlemen. If you look there, shall those be the solution? And then that will be a best solution for us to build such kind of a website, and then maintain the website, and then maintain our companies, and then we have people dealing with the money, depositing money to it. This is a bank, because you bring your MasterCard, we give you a MasterCard, we give you a debit card. We provide you with anything, and then you will be able to use. Of course, the debit you deposit with us, and then you will keep your whatever is available. You use it to buy anything, you shop with it, wherever, and then that's all you have. Okay, we keep your money. That is all we are doing here. We're gonna be doing as a bank, as that is us as a bank, but we are not really a car company. But we have this name here, and we are the one who started this company, because this was it started. CFAO was started between the division, the grabbing away of that land there we have by the border, and then we have a split there. That is a rebel process now, and then how to regain it away from the rebel, and then back to us, and then what skills, and then what solutions. Has been a transfer, employees skilled, and then what will you do? You will be sleeping as you are defeated now? No. That's why we have to use the logics around and manipulate it till we win back that land, and then by coming with the different solutions, different suggestions. That's why you see we are using that methods there. And if you look at those methods, we have to develop strategies, layout strategies that are too strong, and then which will not create more weaknesses for us to get more defeated, and then to get that land more extended, possessed away from us, so that we regain that land, repossess it back with all the availability of those strategies. That's why we need what? More skills to develop more additional luxuries equipments. The more we produce luxurious equipments, the more you see we are our versus or our race with these kind of rebel societies. Maybe not win-win, and then will be at least win defeat or win lose. You see, so that we will win and then they lose. Giving back our what we have and then what we own. So that is our main point there. So if you look, if we see this guy is behind, and then we myself I'm already to this, and then this is the CFAO. Lodwa is behind now, because they closed down no, they did not close down, but they moved away from that border of Sudan. They moved to Lodwa. Okay, now they are here. They are back, little bit back with the development here. This development is now accelerated and become this. The one on the phone here, I show you the this on the phone. This one here is back. This one was 2010 back, let's say. And then this one here, the one on the phone I show you. This one here, the company logos here, the one I show you here. This is now current 2023. Okay, this 2023. This is back in the 2010 year. Okay, this 2010, this 2023. Okay, so whatever this is now is there, but is back. This is the most current we have. So that is why we are updating the Edward's modis or Eric modi for that purpose, so that if they are really the one who recovered this company, our company here, the ZizitonFinanceBank or ZizBank. If they are the one who recovered, who did this recovery here for us, because they stand there and they do that recovery on our behalf, and then that they happen to write it, because they know for us, we were on Facebook or Twitter or wherever we are working as Sudan, and then that's why they were able to link all the Sudanese companies. They link themselves alongside the Sudanese companies. So CFAO is a Sudanese, and then this is a Sudanese, okay, companies in Kenya. This is a Sudanese company in Kenya, and then this is here is a Sudanese company in Kenya. So this one here, whatever, this is the one, and then this was the old Sudanese company in Kenya, and then this is the new Sudanese company in Kenya. This is 20 2020. This is 2020. This is 2023 Sudanese company in Kenya. Okay, this was now 2010. Let's say is old because it's old version. We don't want to leave the guy behind. Eric Omodi. We don't want to leave him behind. Developing that Toyota or the Yamahas or the Hinos, any of those companies behind with these logos is already waste. Because you can see it's not really maturely developed. Is when we were developing, we are trying to be on development, and this one is here is not final yet, and we will put it more higher, and then it will become more attractive than this one here. That's why we still have more changes on the one on the phone event. So that's why if you put on the mind, that could be the solutions here. So if that is what you are really doing the work, you are doing the copyright of this ZizitonFinanceBank, and that is us in Kakuma. And then this is the copyright policy you should use is this copyright, and then that is you have to keep updating the files as this, and then the car dealer there you have in Lodwa goes as this, other than going CFAO Lodwa. Okay, you go you go this Lodwa. And then for that purpose, if that is the company, if it's a different ideas, of course you remain like that CFA, and then you go like that. If it's also another authorization, because wind has something like this here, or is a logo. And then wind normally deals with the tune-up vehicles. They do the most electrical vehicles, also the most latest vehicles there. And then you can ride wind, or you ride wind, and then the company there, you deal with that. If is not helping you, you deal with the seventh logos, which is the Sudan logos there. We have seventh there in the Sudan logo, and is red there. You write CFA over that Sudan seventh, you write it there CFAO, and then you do that company, you put it over that company, and then you remain with it there, and then it keep you updated, and then that's the list you have for that particular areas. And if is Kenya C, maybe is Sudan, and then they are not inside of that one, yeah, and then we can maybe come and extend it as East Africa. And then you have it inside there, or else, and then you deal with the wine, or you deal with disease criteria. If it doesn't work, you deal with your ways, and then does is become another, you become your own holder on the back. Then we don't know, we won't know, because we're gonna be forgetting all about that, since you come with the feedbacks, and then you provide the feedbacks, and then you want answers from us. And then we thought wise, we said, yeah, if this is the feedback you bring up, and then we have introductions, we will introduce these companies, we hold it here as a back, is already back. Things we forget about it, we put it in the garbage already. This garbage here, we don't track them no more. Any stocks here is already stock transfer skill to this. If it stocks over CFAD is a transfer skill to this. So we don't track CFA. We don't deal with it. It's already closed down page, and then we deal with normally this 2023 and plus years to come for 60 years, and then we will see the differences, how we are advancing the company, luxuries, and then all of it styles. So there's is for you all the ladies and gentlemen at these junctures, and then there's the least feedbacks to these departments that come from Turkana regions towards the vehicle repair shops, which they open most latest in Lodwas, and then indicating that is CFA, and then they have to praise all the CEOs of that CFA. They want to know this the people who deal with that. Okay, there are several of those guys here. They deal with that, and then they want to know who they are. The CEOs of the CFAD groups, and of this kind of signatures, writers, if they have, they own a design, they own anything, they want to know, demand about it. So how far they goes and how they change things. That's why we see your names, and then we said, yeah, if for us that is too bad, we cannot demand any $1,000 out of that one. We don't want that profit. The profit is a little bit down for us, is back in 2010. The profit, we cannot eat that profit. We know I got hired by ODSB with this CFAD bank. ODSB hired me and their home. I own a revenue with this ODSB, Ontario Disability Programs, over 60,000 on this bill here. They are paying me $60,000 salaries out of this development, this minor development, because I got a transfer from Ontario Works. Okay, Ontario Works, that is Service Canada. And then they transfer me to ODSBs, and then they said let them pay me 60,000, because this logo here, which I developed as this one here on a website, and then the website was able to see information much people able to look at it, and it has a business card, it has a book transactions. Okay, so you can see it has something metallic here, so and everything like that, they have it. That's why it is 60,000 a year, which they are paying $1, equivalent to Kenyan shilling, is a very destructive amount of money. To Uganda is a very destructive amount of money there, so that is a lot of money. So if we talk of 60, that is too much money there. So, on overviews, that is that one there. And if you look at the transaction of this one here, whatever is still paid there, this cases here is transferred to the one I show you on the front. That is this. Okay, so the case here is transferred there, and then the no more here. So that's why this is already pending. It's not no more useful. So we normally deal with the one on the computer system. So as an update, a new update by us. So this is the situations. Of course, I've been in the village. I've been in the village for many years, and then I come to the city. But I know the work of respective systems, and then of manipulations of flushing your toilet, and then how they channels it, and then that is how we know. And then if it comes to constructions there, basically we do participate in many areas, because brushing your teeth can also create the water that you contaminate a lot. They can turn it a little bit, the brushing Colgate you use there, the waste one you use there is already recyclable, can turn water clean, and can do a lot of jobs there. If they goes very worse, we have outstanding trucks, of course, which may tow away, or which may turn the water, which is more dirty. We have a lot of solutions, which is from the spec system management to spread lanes. Okay, lanes, you can spread them to the lane, or you tow them away by truck to another destinations, and then you distinguish them off, and then after that you empty the water, the spec tank, of course, which will provide you more extended extended border securities there, because if this is manipulations of the border, because the border is collapsing, you're saying there is no Sudanese supporting that aesthetics, because it's constructed by the Sudanese, and they don't want to work there around there. Nobody come, no supervisors come there, no supervisors speak about it, and then nobody talk about it, because the cartilage you have there is associated to CRS, and then associated to DOT, and then is associated to any other government owns, because it's the NGOs, UN NGOs. of that particular border, and is operating only particularly feeding the Sudanese. If the Sudanese name change to the new these grabbers, land grabber, which we saw you there, they don't want to feed those guys, and then of course the cases become close. That's why there is a relocation of the EU people to that new location, Lodwa, and then that's when this thing is now happening there. If it's now happening that and then you feel your static systems doesn't still permit you working nearby that border and then controlling there. And then there are several ways, as we said, static systems normally works very closely with what you have. A lot of different ideas you have to work with all the respective experts to maintain that, so that the facilitation is transferable waste or non-transferable waste, and then is turnable waste, and then for reusable refresh reusable clean water. Okay, so that's the list we are using to minimize that pool you have toward your toilet of a pool in the toilet, and then that's why if it come and it claim this is Sudan is poor, these guys say, yeah, I got rich, I go to USA, I go to Canada, I was richer, I was OP, or I was Leke, or I was Dijon Erwa, or I was Ori, or I was Abdu, or I was the other guy, wherever you call them, or I was Batali, or I was Karim, or I was which one, and then you're not which one, but this reality is like this. So, as these people I name for you, we come from that areas. We know the situation is we have a lot of holdings there. As a Sudanese, we hold a lot. If we hold a lot, and then we have we minimize the price easier. We know the price tactics there. We know we minimize them very easier. We know we've been a little bit bossy in order to bossy, but if you look among us, we could be not really what you think, but we are what we think. Okay, so that is tackling the price, tackling this one, tackling the other one. We normally tackles. If we go into that area, we tackle. And then if is the cases of price, yeah, the price is as we said is not as really. That is the new policies which come new to the border. That's why we are grabbing that border back to us, and then so that you get back your prices there alongside there, and then that these scattered issues resolve, and then place you back working there. So that is the we. Okay, so if that is our departments, we are in the USA, we are in Canada, we are in Australia, we are in wherever, Europe, wherever, Africa and other areas, and then we try to relocate or we move for employments and other things. And then overview, that is could be majorly we are resolving all the issues, so that we'll be able to come with the new ideas. Okay, how to remodel those all the offices we have there, which are holding all the responsibilities. Okay, all the responsibilities of the Sudanese around these areas I show you, because we hold there a lot of responsibilities with previous offices such as CRS. CRS is 100% Sudanese owned. DOT is 100% Sudanese owned. It is a Christian religion, which is both serving the refugees around there. Okay, or the returnees to Sudan around there. Okay, so their purpose is quite a lot, and then they're doing their own vehicle services, and then after doing the vehicle services, they repair them, and then they will put them back on the road to take those priests, and then after they finish the prayers, and then they come back with their vehicles safely back to where their destination to be. Okay, for the duration of 31 years or 51 years contract, and then once they finish the contract, they bring a new one, they do the same thing. So we know there is quite a lot of repetition, a lot of routines there. If those are the situation, of course, yeah, it is interrupting the new policy is interrupting them, because these policies here on the map is quite interfering with their legislations, because the case is a copyright policy of Sudan for non-divisions. So the other new policies come and then bear 100% rebellion divisions, and they normally threatening. You use that harmful animal and harms people more for me, and then to do this one, and then because they refuse too much, I win now. That is all the new legislations forcing people to do, and then we are not doing that. Okay, so we are take this weapon, do me these people this much. That is not what we are doing now. So that's not we are not doing previously. So those is the new people they are doing. So we have our full possessions. If we will have it the other way, we can resolve all those kind of messy issues which they hold down there, and then we can at least do our way. So if this is the reputation you guys you are doing there, and then of course you expand inside, not alongside the border. You move little bit for safety purpose, so that the guy won't, if they come around there, they won't be able to ask you, because CRAs normally deal with the registrations of the border crossers. And then the duty, as we said, they deal with that purpose. So that's why they move aside. If they move aside, and then the dealers move alongside to be remembered. And then if we are the memos, yeah, we said fine. We are the memos, of course. Yeah, they keeping the memos there. We may sometimes forget we left these memos now behind. If the memo is still here, that is us there to be memorizing, as one is under hiding under these memos, and then they should pull it. And then we pull it, and we turn these criteria to this one here, the one we saw you on the phone, for that purpose, so that if this is the desirabilities of the explanation or the feedbacks there, resolving all these QAs or the questions and answers which has been raised so far there, alongside the border issues, and then yeah, this is the resolutions we have here, and then you know the methods and which one is which and which one is which there. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me not waste very much by me, Wayne Hassan and Ziziton, with all these overviews alongside, and then by that.